Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Lambert Mbom, and welcome to another edition of the Lambom Show. Today is Saturday, January 27th, 2024, and I'm coming on live for us to have a preview of what I've titled The Clash of the Titans, the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon facing the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That's a classic game that has always brought tensions in, at least in Cameroon. And I can imagine in Nigeria, if you're on YouTube, social media, you would have seen very many funny videos, very many funny things happening on. And I'm glad that one of those to preview these games with me is a former player of the national team of Cameroon, former Lion himself. I don't think I've seen him on air for a while. I've seen him play, I think, last year or 2 years ago when he came to Maryland for the Veterans Tournament, even though he ended up not playing. But with us this morning, this afternoon, this evening is Dr. Roland. Doctor, welcome.
Thank you for having me on your show. It's really an honor to be here to discuss about, like you said, the clash of the Titans, Cameroon versus Nigeria, and to me that's the biggest rivalry ever in African soccer.
So, Doctor, I mean, many people will be surprised that you are a doctor now, but I know that you, because of my friend, Dr. Ndeta, and you guys were, I mean, you're a chiropractor, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm a chiropractor, yeah, you're correct.
Yes. So just, I mean, for the sake of those who have not seen you in a while, who have not connected, just tell us where you started off and how you ended up where you are today.
Just like everyone back home, I mean, education has always been very important with our African families here. But I ended up playing soccer because I was talented, very talented, and yeah. So you guys know my story. For those who don't know, I ended up playing back home with Alex Polimbe, Philip Kumba, and then ended up with Young Bala before traveling abroad. And during this time, I was selected also to the under 23 squad, and then eventually with the national team, where I was privileged, or I was really uh, uh, honored to defend my country, the colors of my country, playing in the 1996 Nations Cup. Yes, so I went abroad, played professional, and then after I retired, moved to the US, decided to go back to school, which was my dream after soccer. And yeah, I am today. I'm presently a chiropractor practicing in the state of Texas.
So again, that's a very impressive career. And just also, I struggled to get your former colleague Mbumbu Emil, who is here in Maryland, but seemingly he's also doing I think he's taking a course, coaching course in. I don't know precisely where. That's why he's not here. But you mentioned something just for the sake again of the audience. Who is a chiropractor and what does a chiropractor do?
Um, a chiropractor deals with the frame of the body, to be specific, the spine. Yeah, we treat ailments that are ailments like the joint pain, uh, neuromuscular injuries and stuff like that. We work with every department of health. Yeah, because we co-treat. But when it comes to like back injury, neck injury, uh, we this kind of like our bread and butter. Yeah, because we actually like very we specialize in those areas: headache, neck pain, back pain. We use different modalities for our treatment. Uh, Basically with our hands, and then we use some like other like initiatives like EMS. We use some stretching. We use adjustment, which is a high amplitude, low velocity thrust that we apply to the spine to relieve pain and improve movement of the joints.
Good. So thank you again. And like I said, that's an impressive career. Very often people think that when you play soccer and you retire, that's it. And you retired from soccer, but you went back. And I'm surprised you never mentioned the fact that you went to St. Joseph's College, Sase. Am I right?
Yes, my final year in high school was in St. Joseph that year. I was in Cat family. Yeah, I didn't pass my advanced level, and then I had to go repeat in Sase. Yeah, I was in Sase for 1 year. That's why I had my A levels. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good because I say so because we remember playing against schools like Bishop Roland College and Lycée Moliko and
Baptist,
this
yeah,
high school.
Sunday school, yes.
Yes, and one thing you were noted for was the free kicks, isn't it?
Okay, you
But let's
still
get
have that vivid memory
yes,
against Baptist, right?
exactly. Let's get into it today.
Okay.
So we are getting into this rivalry, Cameroon versus Nigeria, and let's say it. I mean, I don't know how much of the games you have watched, but my personal opinion is Cameroon really does not deserve to be at this stage of the competition, given what the output, isn't it? It's kind of a very, I mean, like I said, my opinion about the team is, I think it's a very very poor team. Output has not been impressive. Um, I'm not a soccer player. I'm just one who likes soccer. But I don't know overall what has been your impression of the Cameroon team as one who has played and who continues to play the game.
With all due respect, yeah, I would differ. Yeah, we the phase of let me say uh, reconstruction or we're rebuilding the Cameroon national team. Yeah, so these are very young players who have come together with a young coach. Yeah, Song, I would say, um, is inexperienced. He has to grow with the team. He has to learn on the job. So he's right now he's doing his best. He's more of a coordinator, more of a leader, more of a motivator now to me than an actual coach. So I have known Song for quite a while now. I played together with Song. I know his heart, and I think he's going to push those guys as far as possible to go to the pitch and give their best. Yeah, we um, we started out slowly, and the Lions are always we're a team without a system. I can put it that way, and that's what usually works for us, work to our advantage. You can't like really analyze Cameroon soccer. Yeah, we don't have a system. I can't say we build up from the defense like other teams, we see other teams do. Yeah, we have a slow build up, but when our backs are on the wall, that's when we come and we see we play our best soccer. Yeah. So tonight against Nigeria, we're gonna come out worrying. We're gonna come out swinging, and knowing that it's a rivalry, uh, we we we're there to win that cup, just like Nigeria also. I have a lot of respect for the Nigerian team. They have a better squad on paper and on the field than Cameroon. But who wants this more, Nigeria or Cameroon? I would say Cameroon will win it more than Nigeria. So that's what's going to happen today. We're going to give our all. We're going to only say French.
Right. It's interesting what you say there about Song, but I'll come back to that. Let's start from the back and come to the front. Let's start with the goalkeeper. There's this again. There's always been a problem with the goalkeepers in Cameroon. Is do you want Bell or do you want Kono? Who today is about? Do we want Fabrice Ndwa or do you want Onana? And we realized what happened because Onana flew in all the way after playing a 2-2 draw against Tottenham. And again,
Yes.
for those of us who are Manchester United fans, we blame him for the second goal. But there was a change then. Ondua, the first game, then Onana came in for the second, and then Ondua came back for the third. So I'm wondering, in your estimation, with the nature of the game today, and by the way, Fabrice did an excellent job with that third game, isn't it? It was so much on point.
Yes.
If you were a coach today, I mean, would you field Onana and why, or would you field Ndwa?
I mean, the performance on the chance for the quick guy. Okay. you know, I I think uh, Onana is actually a more experienced goalkeeper based on the fact that he plays at a higher level. But lately, he's had a lot of criticism. I think his confidence level has dropped. His ability to focus in the goal has also, diminished a little bit. So, Song brought in Ndua as somebody who won this competition with them in 2017 years. You know, he has more to prove than Onana. So he's going in there with that amount. The Basapo said that helmet, that fight, and that's what we use Cameroonians there. When we get in there, we fight and fight and fight. Ondua saved them. I wouldn't say saved Cameroon, but Ondua had like a really great performance against them. He made some really important saves against Gambia. Is it Gambia, right?
Yes, it is.
Against Gambia. Yeah. So the good thing about Cameroon, we've been always blessed with really great goalkeepers. You know what I mean? That's the good thing that we have. So if you see the coach fighting to play either Onana or Ondua, that's something that the Cameroon team had that other teams don't have. You know what I mean? But this game is a do or die game. I think Song is gonna go again with Ondua since he did well in the game against Gambia, and he wants to keep that momentum going. If you bring any changes now, it's gonna, I think, disrupt the spirit, disrupt the momentum that the Cameroon team has right now. So I think Ondua is gonna play.
And let's get to the defense for again some controversies from the right flank there with Fai. I don't know why Fai is not in the team, but I guess probably the explanation many people give is Fai is not into competitive football now. He's not playing for any team, so probably. But one of the revelations of that team is Nulutuho, the guy who plays for, I think it's Washington State, if I'm not mistaken. He's actually playing here in the United States on the left flank there. Yes. Yes.
You played for Seattle Sounders.
Seattle Sounders. Okay. I think for me that's the greatest person in that defense line. I don't know what you make of that defense. It has really not been impressive because of the goals too that they have conceded.
I don't want to pick on an individual player. Soccer is like it's a team sport here. If there's no cohesion, there's no understanding between the defenders and the midfield and the attack, it doesn't boil down. If one part of the puzzle is not working, it messes up the whole puzzle. Yeah, so we need to improve in every area of the game: the defense, the midfield, and the attack. Don't forget, these guys haven't played together for so long. Always coming to play with Wu, Castelletto. We have Yongwa. We have what's his name? Kemen. All of like new names that are like coming together to play. And in a very important competition like this, yeah, I won't pick on an individual player. I will pick on the whole aspect on the defense. We need to improve in defense. They need to play better together. Look at Wu. Wu did a great job also, Christopher Wu. Yeah, that's a 22-year-old guy. You throw him in an African nation tournament like this. Yeah, it's put yourself in their shoes. They also want to do that. They want to give their best. They want to play well. There's a crowd. There's a pressure. So we've seen them improve from game 1 to game 2 to game 3. So they're gonna carry on with the momentum. They know what they need to do, and we just want them to go out there and play their best football and win us the game.
Right, so let's get to, I know you don't want to touch on it, you put it beautifully about the puzzle, but I think that every modern soccer is won and lost in the midfield, isn't it?
Yes.
That's where modern soccer is. And it also seems that our midfield has not been, we don't have that role. We don't have the Mbus again and guys like you, isn't it? I don't know what is wrong with the midfield. Who in that midfield, that middle pack do you see as one around whom we can really rely?
We can rely on every single player in the midfield. We have Anguissa, who plays for Napoli. He plays very well at club level. And if you watch the game against Gambia, to me, he was that rock in that midfield. He was doing a lot of distribution. That's what we want. We want that possession, distribution, slow build up. As Cameroon is not used to play like really fast soccer. The build up was like really great. Move from the defense to the midfield, to the attack. That transition, he was that person where you were looking for Angisa every time, to transition the soccer from the defense to the defense to mid to the attack. Yeah. So we have Angisa there. We have Ntoko, who's a very also experienced player. And yeah, so, but if you come to compare Nigeria and Cameroon, Nigeria has a more fluid midfield than Cameroon. And that's where the team that wins the battle in the midfield will win this game. But I think the coaches, they know that. They've watched videos of Nigeria, and I think he's going to make a good adjustment, and he's going to, find how to dismantle that fluid Nigerian midfield. And if we could destroy that, then I think we'll have a better chance of winning the game today.
Let's get to the front pack, and I think this is where Cameroon, the Lions, have been missing, isn't it? Most of the strikers, those up front, they have been missing. Is it? We don't have marksman today. I hope everybody is hoping that Abubakar Vincent. So this is supposed to be his last AFCON, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think he picked up, was it a thigh injury or
during training? Yeah.
Yes. And seemingly that has kept him up, and I don't know. And then Buemo too picked up an injury just shortly before the competition. Yes, and again we have not had the that goal scoring prowess, isn't it? The attacking prowess has not been there. What is really, I don't know the formation that he's going to put up today, but if it's the same formation, I don't know what's your assessment of the last 3 games we have had basically the same people.
Well, yeah, we have Magri who plays for Toulouse. Yeah, that first game, I don't know. If you ask me, I don't know why some put Magri at the wing and then put him it can be as a striker. I don't know why he changed him. Yeah, Magri is number 9. He's a striker, and it can be the winger. Why would you change him? It's not for me yet. So he learned from that mistake. He listened and did 2 against Guinea. Yeah, he came in and put him all the players in the putting square sticks, square holes, yeah, and stuff like that. So it worked out, but not as he wanted. The machine still needs to be oiled, and we have Nkudu, who I think has done also a great job. He's that person who can take the ball and attack a defender with the ball. And he's made 2 good crosses, and all those resulted into goals. Remember, against Guinea, it was a cross, beautiful cross, and Magri had scored with the head. Again, against Gambia, goal number 1 came from Nkudu. Yeah, who made a beautiful cross, and it can be headed in goal number 1 for Cameroon against Gambia. So we have Abubakar coming in now, but he's come back from injury. Clinton J also, I think, has been doing well lately with his club side, and I think he understands what they expect of him, and hopefully it's give him a chance, and he will come out swinging and want to show the public that, hey, this is the Clinton J that you guys know. He didn't do well in the AFCON back home in Cameroon. I still think he can contribute something really important to the squad. It can be had a good rest. They kept him out in game 2. That was a good tactical move from some. I don't know if it was punished him for not playing well in game 1. Yeah, benched him in game 2 and then brought him back in game 3. So he was I have to do something. I have to bring more fight, more gambling, and play like a lion. And we have what's his name? Faris Mumbanya. I want to see him. I want to see Fabrice. I've watched Fabrice's videos, and he's a strong guy. He's fast. He's good in the air, and he's very technical too. So I've seen him score beautiful goals. The more reason why he got
called up.
He signed up with Marseille. He just signed up with Marseille in January. So I want to give him some more minutes, and let's see what He's got them in his pocket.
So if you are just joining us, welcome to the Lambom Show, and we are doing a preview of the Cameroon versus Nigeria game that's going to be played today in, I don't know, is it Abidjan or Yamoussoukro? One of those two. I don't remember where that is.
Stadium, remember that the same stadium that Cameroon against Nigeria in 1984.
Yes, okay, since you led me to that, the people have been speculating that the trajectory of this competition this year resembles what happened in 1984. The way Cameroon qualified into this and ended up beating the tournament. I don't think, we don't have that same squad. The squad of 1984 was a far better squad than what we have.
True. Yes. That's true. Those are men back then.
Yes.
Those are men.
Yes. Those names at the time, they were household names here. And today, but what do you think? What do you think? What's your assessment again, aside from the historical details? I know you already, as a true Cameroonian, you are forecasting that Cameroon is there any resemblance? Call it. Is there anything you see that resembles anything to that era?
Going into this competition, everybody who was in that era, who is still alive now, who saw game in '84, I know that that same stadium, Cameroon beat Nigeria. That's it. So Nigeria is coming now to have a revenge. Cameroon is coming out to defend the title on that same stadium. So it's going to be an interesting battle. And the irony is that Cameroon came from behind in that game, right? The win was 3-1, Nigeria 1-0, and then Cameroon scored 3 successive goals. Yeah, so let's see how it goes this time. It's going to be an interesting game for us to win.
So Emmanuel, welcome. Emmanuel says, I'm optimistic that Cameroon will beat Nigeria. It will not be an easy game. Nigerian social media are already playing mind games with the Lions. And he comes back to say the Nigerians will not want history to repeat itself. But now, Doc, tell me something. Let's get into the mindset, because Emmanuel says something interesting there, that the Nigerian social media are already playing mind games with the Lions. What is happening behind the scenes now? So you have been in this competition, you have played the African Nations Cup. Ahead of a game like this, what is going on? What is happening with the Lions at this time?
Right. It's Emmanuel said the Nigerians are playing mind games in social media. Aren't we doing the same thing? Yeah. So we're not sitting back and watching Nigeria, send out videos on social media talking about Cameroonians, degrading Onana and being scared of Abubakar and stuff like that. All that is just those pre-game antics, And this is just like lead up to like that rivalry, that intensity, So Emmanuel, when Cameroon's back is always on the wall, we come out. That's when we really show our colors here. So it's gonna be an interesting one. I want my country to win, but as we say, soccer, the man of a field. So the person who plays who wants this more, and I think at this stage Cameroon wants it more than Nigeria. Don't get me wrong, Nigeria, they haven't really shown them what they're capable of. We've seen them score on one goal. Yeah, their attacking line is not like moving like it should. So hopefully this Cameroon Nigeria game, knowing that it's a rivalry, they will come out to give their best. On paper, that's the African Player of the Year. So we haven't seen anything that says that is African Player of the Year. And our defense, knowing that we're playing against such a big name, trust me, they'll come out fighting. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. Again, I'm predicting Cameroon winning also.
Right. So, okay, something that many people always talk about, Doc. We always believe too that you guys come to the field and you all have some little strings. You come with some traditional medicine that you have call it a Ngambe man who the team. Are those stories that we hear true? Is there something like as you guys are coming in, there's somebody who is tying your legs and giving you things to throw in the pitch?
That's something I can't like really talk about on social media or Oh yeah, we all know about these things, but I can't go into details about what happens and stuff like that. But no, at the level of the national team, it's not like Gambia or anything. Yeah, yeah. But the club levels, yeah, you have this charlatans that come and deceive the executives that, hey, if you guys give me money, I will make your teams win and stuff like that. I didn't back then. I just wanted to play soccer, so everything they'll come out with some stuff and hey, eat this, tie this over here. I mean, just the fact that I want to play, I'll just go with it. I didn't believe in it, but I had to belong. I had to be part of the team. Whatever they did, in the name of going to win the game, I had to do it also, but I didn't believe in all that. I come from a Christian family. My parents, I never believed in stuff like that. My dad, my family, they always supported me to go out and play soccer. And don't think about all the things like Gambia. That doesn't enhance your performance. Soccer, you go out there, you train hard, you work hard, and it's not like Gambia that will improve your, your performance or anything. So that's my take on Gambia.
Well, that's an interesting one. I think African metaphysics will tell you something else. But there are some other controversy. I mean, there's always some controversy with the national team of Cameroon. But something that some people are happy about and others are not is the role of the present president of FECAFOOT, who happens to be and call it a former star of the national team, Eto'o. You see Eto'o every now and then getting into the dressing room. You can see the outburst after the game in Gambia, how he will, the role. I mean, what is your assessment of the role of Eto'o and what you think he's doing? Is that proper? Is that something as a president of a federation? Is that something you would encourage to continue happening?
We live in different times here. Back when I was playing, it'll be difficult to have the president pick up come to the dressing room to address players or to motivate players here. And if you look at this, is the first time we're having a former soccer player becoming the president of Pickup, which is a good thing. Eto'o has given the Cameroon national team everything it needs to succeed. The players they have everything that they need in terms of. So give me one second. This thing keeps popping up on my screen. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. It was giving the national team everything that they need to succeed. Like I said, in terms of logistics, you don't have to be here very often, which is about benefits, bonuses, don't not being paid on time and stuff like that. We hear a little bit, but it gets resolved like quickly. Eto'o played the game, so him being inside that dressing room is like part of as a former soccer player. I have to be in there with the guys. I have to motivate the guys. I have to encourage them. I have to tell them that hey, you guys are the best. I've been in your shoes. Hey, go out there. Think about. You always say that you're the best. That's one way of encouraging them to go out there, give your best. So he's young, he's still young, and he sees those guys as his colleagues, and he wants to be in their midst, he wants to be in their presence, he wants to talk to them. So it's a different kind of management. It's a different kind of way that he wants to manage the national team. And I can compare what the other former presidents did to what he's doing now. This is a new era. We're in an era of social media. It was a very influential person, and he gets that respect from all the other players, knowing that hey, standing in front of me here, this is a guy who would wonder everything in soccer. So him talking to me over here, I have to use his encouragement, his word, as some kind of motivation when to go out and perform. And it's worked on several occasions. So I encourage him to just do what he's doing. I can't really tell it what it needs to do. It was done wonderful stuff, wonderful things with only not only with the national team. I mean, it's the charity with helped a lot of families. We've seen he's rescued so many other people back home who are like important figures, and they were down. He brought them to he brought them back, to life and doing good things to the community people and the world of life. So his presence in that room is needed. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of him. I support what he's doing. He's still trying to build. His philosophy is different from the ones that I had in the past. Yeah, so let's give him time. Let him rebuild, and I will get results from it.
So if you had an opportunity today, like this moment, this minute, to talk to the team, the Lions of Cameroon, the Indomitable Lions, now preparing for this game, tactically, what would you be telling them?
To stay compact, move up as a group, come back as a group. Yeah, when there's a disconnect between the defense and the midfield, that's when you start creating those big spaces for other teams to exploit. So you play as a unit. Yeah, must be cohesive, fight. If your friend goes to the ball and misses it, you have to encourage him. Hey, stand up, I'm behind you, stuff like that. Stop the blame game. It's a team sport. Yeah, and we gotta stay compact. Move it, move up together, come back together. If we lose the ball, everybody falls behind the ball. That way you have like 9 men behind the ball, and the striker with up front just waiting in case there's any counter attack. So that's how we have to play behind the ball. The ball should be in our zone. If the ball is in our zone, we have to be behind the ball. Does that make sense? Yes.
So again, I know that you and I had 30 minutes, but give me some. So I'm wondering, if you had to set up the team today, would you prefer a 4-3-3 or a 5-3-2?
I don't believe in those placements in the field, because at the end of the day, that's just something on paper. Once that ball starts, yeah, and the game dictates how people move in the field. A 5-3-2 lineup you can easily switch it as the game goes on into 3-4-3. You can easily switch it to go to 2-4-2, 4-4-2, or 4-1-4-1. It just depends on where the ball is at each time of the game. The ball might be to your right of the field. The team, they have to move, to stay behind the ball. That changes the whole dynamics of the tactics. So it's not always that's just on paper. You play on the left, you play on the right, you play over you. When the game starts, it's total movement. You gotta move. Yeah. So, but if you have to respect your role, it's just to tell you, hey, this is your role. This is your side of the field. It doesn't mean that you can come in here and help if the ball is moving on this right side. You see, when we lose the ball, I want to find you on the left side because we're playing left back. If we win the ball, I want to see you move up front. That way you can participate in the game. So it's all about this number. And the ball dictates at each time of the game where you need to be, where you need to be in the field. If I was a tactician, if I was a coach, which I coach, I'm normally to coach veteran team. I normally play with 4 defenders. I play with 2 holding midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders, and 1 striker. That's how I play as a coach. Yeah, so I would use them. He won with the 3-4-3 tactics. That's what he did. He played with 3 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 3 attacking. So that worked out. Even though it gave them, it exposed them some aspect of the defense, and I hope he's going to go back to the drawing board and see where he made them, where they were lapses, and correct it. Against Nigeria, I'll go back to the 4-line defense.
Yeah, again, the most shocking game was the one against Senegal. I don't know how the team disintegrated so fast, because I think they had a good second half. The first half was kind of lackluster, but again, Nigeria seems to have a similar setup to Senegal, and I'm afraid if the team is not careful, they may get that, because again, I don't know. Looking at that particular game, the Senegal versus Cameroon, you look for who to blame and you will not see who to blame. isn't it? Because of the way the goals came in. And I'm asking myself, with Nigeria today, I mean, I know you are optimistic, of course, as a former Lion yourself, but
Yes.
I am more on the side thinking that it may be the same result. You know, why am I wrong?
I can't say you're wrong because the game hasn't been played. Yeah, yeah. I can't say you're wrong or you can't say I'm right. We haven't played the game. We can only predict. We can only give our opinions and then we wait for the game to take. And then you say, oh, I was right because this is what has happened. And I was predicting that this is what's going to happen in the field. We should go in the mindset that every game is winnable. We don't care who's in front of us. Yeah, we go in there like a man, just like the other teams will come in. To be honest, Senegal has a better team on paper and on the pitch. They've played together for quite a long time. They gel better. These are guys who play in every. They play in the teams. They started in the teams. So with Aliou Cisse, the coach, he has a deep bench,
Mm-hmm.
so he can rotate his team the way he wants. He can rest his players and bring in other weapons, and they would of course the same damage. So Cameroon against Senegal, Senegal was a better side on paper, on the field. It was normal for Senegal to win the game.
We have not talked a lot about the Nigerian side, but I know you said on paper they're a better side than Cameroon, and
They are.
with the current African Player of the Year in that team. But
They have
looking at
Chukwueze, they have they have uh, they have really good players. Yes, and they play also in a really, really good leagues and stuff. This is a team that has a lot of talent. A lot of talent. Nigeria has a lot of talent. Yeah, so it will be what's his name? The little guy who plays. Used to play for
yeah, Nacho,
yeah,
yeah,
Nacho. There's this
yes,
little guy. I forgot his name. Yeah, he plays in the English league. Yeah,
so
yeah. So they have a really good squad. They play in better leagues than most of our Cameroonian guys. So we're looking forward to a great game. Yeah, like I said, it's in Tamanapa Field. So we'll get there. We'll play again. Growing up, when I was playing against teams that I know, this is a better team with a bigger name, that serves to me as a motivation. I come out and fight and fight and fight. We know what this means to Cameroonians. We know what this means from song. So this is the first time that he's gone to the second round in any competition. Remember that, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's a huge plus, and we should stay behind him. We should believe in song, and we should support him. Yeah. So I'm here saying that as a former colleague, I'm 100% behind song, behind the management, and we are building. That's what I can say. We're building, and we'll get there. Give them time before you start making them and just little criticisms. Yeah. Like you said, what is he doing that those before him they haven't done? So it's just a matter of time before we can like really make a decisive opinion about song. You're not doing well, so you're doing well. Give him another 2 years, I think, and I believe he's gonna build a good team.
So I mean, again, I know the players they must be resting now. They must have eaten something and they are resting. But if you had to give them, who are the players in the Nigerian team they should watch out for? I mean, we don't know the lineup yet, but some what like I said, I'm not a tactician. I've never played the game, but I'm wondering whether when you go into a game like this, the coach is actually telling you, watch out for this person, watch out, or he's just asking you a role to play. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're going to.
I mean, it's not brainer that every coach will come in and say, "Hey, Osimhen is the guy to watch here," and he scored just one goal. So he's the African Player of the Year. It's coming in the back of his head that, hey, I haven't really shown what I'm capable of. So today is a chance for him to come out swinging. Yeah, it's not the one among the Italian league at the top league. It's high growth scorer, Italian league, and he's been doing really great. Uh, 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 in the Champions League and in the international competition. Yeah, so it's somebody that every defender should be panicking when you have it in front of you. So stay focused. The defender should stay focused here. Watch, watch his movement. Don't make stupid errors. Don't go to the ground early. Stay standing. As a defender, you have to be very, very aware of your surroundings, of the surroundings of your striker anytime. Even if you're going to support your fellow defender, make sure you're watching at the same time what's happening in the back. So they should stay focused 90 minutes. Because you give us a chance, maybe that's the only chance that's gonna trust me, because we're bringing more pressure to ourselves. Game goes first at 0-0, Nigeria starts panicking. So
what is your prediction about the score? Let's 4 minutes of your time before.
As a soccer player, it's kind of like really, really hard to like start throwing numbers out there, like but it's gonna be a tough game, and I'm very optimistic about our chances. Yeah. So Nigeria, they're the ones making most of the noise on social media. We're making noise too. They're the ones coming out with all those comedies and stuff like that. So we're gonna make them clear. So.
I am hoping that
I'm very confident. I don't know. I just feel good about the game today. Yeah, I can't wait.
What makes you feel good about the game? I'm surprised that you are so optimistic.
I'm having good vibes. Good vibes. Yeah. From my last performance, when I see the coach coming out and talking, you see his confidence coming out. And the players are believing again in themselves. It's as a player, losing a game, it'll break you mentally. So Senegal game we lost against Senegal. We had a 1-1 draw against Guinea, and we beat them
Gambia
3-2. So what do you see? Don't you see like an incline?
Yes, but again, I'm sure that
we're progressing. If you look at it critically, we're doing well. We're improving. And what makes you not to believe that against Nigeria that graph is still gonna be going up straight? So we don't want to stop that momentum. It's gonna keep going.
Well, again, I think that they were just every soccer game is a game of luck too, because they were just lucky with the Gambian game, isn't it? I believe that Gambia maybe ought to have taken advantage of that game. They're a small team, but for Cameroon to have gone to the last minute,
That's the Cameroon That's the Cameroon of, right? Right?
Right. Okay. Yes.
That wasn't a surprise. Hemle, fight. This is where Gambia lost the game. 2-1. They're running around the field and everything. They lost concentration. That's you have to blame the coach for that. They were 2-1 up. They lost concentration. They thought they've won the game. They start panicking because they want to keep those scores. They needed that victory. Look at the own goal. Stupid mistake. Yeah. The corner kick, poor marking, lost concentration. Woo, great run from behind to come head that goal. Give him credit for that. So it was our day. That's Cameroon, man.
Yeah.
We need that luck also. Just like the other teams are lucky, we have to be lucky. Why don't we accept our own luck too? Yeah.
And the last minute that we have, in general with the competition, it's been kind of a roller coaster, because you find a great team like the Black Stars of Ghana out almost with the first round, and then you also have
Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea. I mean, kind of
Mauritania,
Cape Verde.
Yeah.
So again,
what does that say about African soccer?
It's on the rise, isn't it? It's been kind of interesting to watch, and I mean, do you think Senegal is going to keep the cup, or because even a great nation like Egypt has not been, they too have been struggling?
Yeah. So that tells you that the level of African soccer teams have like invested a lot. Countries have invested a lot in in soccer, and it's coming about like just a structure. Look at it like Namibia,
Yeah.
Equatorial Guinea, Cape Verde, and Mozambique, Mauritania. Yeah, I mean, Guinea and Gambia, they have a better system of playing than Cameroon. Look at Gambia. You saw, look at the equalizer.
Yes.
It was unbelievable. Pass. Ball went to the right, came back to the left. I mean, they took off Cameroon defense to get that equalizer. Beautiful goal from Gambia. And also, I mean, that fluidity, that's what we still lack in Cameroon national team. Other countries have invested a lot in soccer, and they developed their local league, and they have coaches, they have a structure where they build and recruit home-based players, who are now like playing for the country. Who do you know about Namibia? Can you give me any name from Namibia?
Not one.
Don't they play well?
Excellent.
Can you give me any name from Cape Verde?
Not a single one.
What does that tell you about their structure or how they build in order investing in soccer here? So we just have to go back to grassroots like Eto'o is doing, invest in our local league, and then there's a lot of talents back home. Invest in the local league, keep playing, stay competitive, and build a structure. And trust them, the homegrown players, Egypt, Morocco, they have good leagues, and they pick most of their players from the local leagues, and they come out and they do well.
Right. So again, there was a piece that I wrote just when the competition started on my site, Lambom Show, where I was looking at the number of players that are taking part in this competition who are playing on the continent versus those who are coming in. And a team like Angola had they have one player.
Yeah.
There are 27 of them, 26 of them are playing local.
Yeah.
Namibia has 10 of our players coming, they are playing in South Africa.
Yeah.
Okay. Cape Verde, I can't remember what the statistics are, but you see that most of these teams, the ones that are doing well, their players are coming from their local
league.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
they play together.
Yes.
They've developed that cohesion, and they know each other. They play in the leagues, and they have an opportunity to be always training together, even if there's a break, But look at the Cameroon national team, for example. We have players playing in different leagues all over the place, and to get them as a group together, how long do they last for them to train and get a good understanding of how each other plays? It's kind of hard, So the coach has a difficult job. He's placed in a difficult place where to have a good group. I mean, you need to have them most of the time to play together. That's what other countries have. Egyptian players, they play all the time together. But the opportunities arise, not so often for the Cameroonians to get together and train and prepare for a competition like this.
Right. So Salu Deborah says Nigeria must win. So I don't know. Well, we'll see how that goes. This game of soccer, we have a few hours to go, and I don't know. Doug, you're in Oklahoma, and you surely will be watching the game from Oklahoma. For those of you who are in Maryland, who are in DC, and you're looking for a place to go watch the game, here you have JB Atlantic Restaurant and Grill.
Oh, okay, JB Atlantic.
Yes, that is owned by Cameroonians, but the good thing about it is it's owned by Cameroonians. You have Nigerian menu being served there, and the servers in that restaurant, there are some Nigerians. Please don't stay at home. You don't when you're at home and you're watching soccer, is not really that, if you're looking for a place where you want to have that noise, you want to enjoy, have that adrenaline running.
Yes. That's a good environment, right? It's a good environment to watch soccer.
Very good environment.
You can jump and you can scream and you can shout.
Right.
Whereas you can't do that at home.
JB Atlantic is a place to be. The game is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Maryland. That's in a few hours. Please come out to JB Atlantic. I know there are places around town, but the Lambom Show today will be at the JB Atlantic to do relays for those in Cameroon. So, Doc, thank you very much.
You're
And
welcome, man.
any last word? Who are you pinning your hopes on today for the team, for the Cameroonian team? And
You know what I'm gonna say. Hallelujah. Go Lions. Yeah.
right, so
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, we all expecting them to have a great game today from Cameroon. And hey, guys, let's go out and support our guys, man. That's all I can say. Let's go out, cheer them up, and whatever comes out of the competition, today we should accept it as faith. So let the best team win, and my prediction is Cameroon. Cameroon is going to win.
so thank you very much, Doc, and I'm sure you and I would have time again in the course of this competition to come back to evaluate the game and to see how things are. And well, before we go, some Equatorial Guinea is outstanding. No popular names. Well, their goalkeeper actually the list. CAF just released his list of 11 best players for the competition. You know, the goalkeeper is the goalkeeper from Equatorial Guinea. So, yes, and you have Senegal and Algeria, of course, dominating, but we'll see who will win. For today, while I'm a journalist, so I don't have a right to make the site. I am going to watch the game as an impassionate person. I mean, just watch a soccer game, but we wish as you say, let the best team win. Great conversation, Doc. Thanks for your insights. That's from Emmanuel. Go Lions! And again, see you all. JB Atlantic Restaurant and Grill, you have the address. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Jean. Bye. Thanks.